What's up, everybody? It's Michael here, back at it again with another video. This video is going to be, I don't think it's going to be as long as the other video was. This video is going to be an update as to what's been happening these last couple of days. This video I did not anticipate making as soon as I'm making it. In the last video, I had mentioned that I forgot if I mentioned how long I was working there, but if I hadn't mentioned it, I was working there for 6 years. Keyword was. Yeah, I was working there for 6 years. I had also mentioned that my mom was going through surgery. She's still recovering. But I anticipated making this video maybe a year or so down the line. I did not expect me making this video as soon as I did. But this video, basically I got fired. In the last video, I had mentioned that I would be willing to leave the company that I worked at, which will continue to remain unknown for those of you that don't know. For those of you that do know, I will appreciate very much if you don't leak it out there. But yeah, I basically got fired. And by no means is this video gonna be a rant like, oh, I did nothing wrong. I know what I did was wrong, and let me know what you guys would have done if you were in my shoes, what you guys would have done. I was a security guard working at this location, and at this location there was a customer. There was a guy that was paying with a credit card. Now, normally when people come and shop at our store, or was my store, not even my store, I don't know why I was saying that, but I've been working there for 6 years. What normally happens when people shop at my store, if they want to pay with a credit card for identity purposes, the cashier always asks for an ID. In this case, the gentleman that was being charged was upset, most likely because the credit card was not his. So the cashier asked for his ID, and the customer he starts going off. He starts going crazy. He says something I can't remember exactly what happened, but he said something along the lines of, "Why, you got a problem with my card or what?" And he says, "No, sir, it's just for identity purposes. If you're paying with a credit card, I need to check your ID." And he was talking to the customer very politely, so the customer had no reason to be upset with him. But he got upset, and the customer ended up slamming the counter and started making a scene. So what had happened was, the cashier continues to ask for an ID, and the customer continues to refuse. He says, "Oh, this is my fucking card. You just gotta understand and trust that it's my card. I don't gotta show you shit." He starts cussing and all this. It's obvious at this point that the card isn't his. So at that point, me as a security guard, I bring it up to his attention that if he continues to act out, I need him to leave the store. In that situation, I know I did the right thing. Nobody can tell me I didn't do the right thing. But where I messed up was the fact that the story's not over yet. I'm going ahead of myself. So basically, I tell him that if he's going to continue acting that way, I need him to leave the store. He starts acting crazy again. He starts saying, "Oh, I paid for all this equipment. This is all mine. I'm not leaving without my equipment." And at that point, the card had already gone through. So he grabbed his merchandise and he walked out of the store. Outside of the store, to the left of my point of view, there's a handicapped parking spot. He's standing there with his dog. I forget what breed of dog he had with him, but it was a little not a small puppy, but like a pretty big, like it was like a German Shepherd, I believe, mixed German Shepherd with something else. I'm not too sure exactly what it was, but he's standing at the handicap parking spot. He has a backpack with him. He has a backpack with him, and he's shoving all the stuff into his backpack. And from inside the store, I tell him, if you're gonna continue acting like that, you're not welcome back into the store at all. Again, that's not where I messed up. Where I messed up, well, kind of, yeah, it is where I messed up, because if I didn't tell him that, this whole situation would have been avoided. So I guess that's kind of where the mistake happened. I guess that's where the fire started. That's where things went south real quick. Um, I told him if he's going to continue acting that way, he's never allowed to come back into the store. And he walks up to me. And me being a prideful guy, I think, sometimes pride could be your strongest, or in this case, your biggest weakness. For me, I guess my pride got in the way a little bit. As he stepped up to me, I stepped up to him. I stepped up to him. We both stared at each other for about a good 15, like 10, 15 seconds. And he pushed me. I pushed him back. And he punched me. He punched me in the face. And at that point, I punched back. That whole moment was a blur. I didn't mention when he stepped up, or yeah, I did mention. He stepped up to me, I stepped up to him. We both looked at each other for about 10 seconds, just waiting for somebody to do something, and he put hands on me first. But again, where I messed up was the fact that I stepped outside. Me as a security guard, I know that my boss does not want me to step outside, and I did. So that's where I messed up. Like I said earlier in the video, this video was by no means a rant. By no means am I trying to make myself seem like I'm innocent. I messed up. I messed up, and that's why I'm without a job now. So yeah, basically I got fired. My boss texted me, I want to say like 2 days ago. I assumed he was gonna ask me when I'm gonna come back for work. I did notice my boss texted me, but, well, my ex-boss, I guess you can say. I did notice that my ex-boss texted me, but I was a little busy that day, so I took a while to respond back to him. And I reached out to him that same day, but during the nighttime. He texted me around, I want to say 2:30 or 3 in the afternoon. And I didn't get back to him until 11 o'clock at night. During that whole time, I was trying to anticipate trying to guess what he wanted to talk about. Basically, his text read, "Hey Michael, I need you to reach out to me when you can." So I reached out to him when I could that same night, but he didn't respond until the morning after. And he responded the morning after, and at the time I was going with my mom to a doctor's appointment, and we didn't get back until, I want to say, about 5 in the afternoon. At that point, I reach out to him. I call him, and he asked me how my mom is doing. I told him everything was going fine. But like I said before, I had assumed that he was wondering when I was going to go back to work. So my immediate thing was him asking me how my mom was going. My response was, "Oh, she's doing good. She's doing fine. She could basically do almost everything. The only thing is she can't really, like, for example, with me, like, she can't do this. She can't reach her arms up. The most she could reach her arms is about here." So her being, a mom, sometimes you do work by no, sometimes like people work around the house, you know, and sometimes things are a little high for her to reach. So in situations like that, I help her out. Um, for example, like doing the laundry, she can't carry the whole bucket by herself, um, especially after the surgery. Um, so yeah, my immediate response was, oh, she's doing fine. The only thing is she can't really use her arms to the way that she used to. And from that point forward, he basically said something along the lines of, I'm glad she's doing good, but this incident, this there's never an easy way to bring this up. You know, termination is not an easy subject to um, to bring up to someone's attention. Um, but he basically had mentioned the incident with that fight that happened that I just explained to you guys. Um, when I was reading that text that he sent me, that first text when he said, um, when he told me to reach out to him whenever I could, I was kind of anticipating him letting me go, but I wouldn't have thought that it would have been because of the fight. Um, I would have thought that maybe it would have been because of my leave of absence. I did request time off to be at home with my mom, but in that request, I had said it may be about like a month or so. It's been 2 months and counting. Maybe about 2.5 months and counting that I haven't been working, and I'm not gonna go back because I've been fired. Um, what was I saying? But yeah, in that text, I was trying to. I had a feeling that he was gonna let me go, but I thought it was gonna be because I haven't been at work for a while. I never would have thought that it would have been because of that fight. So I guess that his decision made it easier for me to do what I want to do and, you know, be in front of you guys supporting me. Again, by no means is this video of like me trying to make myself to be an innocent person when I know that what I did was wrong. And for those of you that do think I'm innocent, let me know what you guys would have done in that scenario. But yeah, I'm basically unemployed at the moment. Yeah, I don't know what else I can say. I I did I mentioned, I believe in my last video, that I had ordered some equipment. That equipment did arrive. Although I'm not too sure exactly when the next video will come. What I would like to do for my next video is I would like to truck going by, sorry. But what I would like to do in my next video is I would like to upload a mixtape of me playing NBA 2K20. I do have a lot of clips saved. Like I mentioned before, I'm completely new to this, so I'm not too sure how long it takes when it comes to editing and stuff like that. Excuse me. Yeah, I'm not too sure how long editing videos take when it comes to finding exactly what moment I want in the clip and putting that clip together, or putting all those separate clips together into one, like probably like maybe 3 to 4 minute long video. I'm not too sure how long that's going to take. I'm going to get started on that as soon as this video finishes uploading. So I'll try to have it to you guys as soon as later on tonight, if not possibly tomorrow. So yeah, stay tuned. Hopefully I bring this next video out to you guys soon. Hopefully I continue to have you guys' support on this journey. Yeah, what else can I say? I'll see you guys in the next video. I did mess up on in the last video, but hey, you know, beginner's mistake. You know, you gotta learn on the run. Yeah, one door closes, or as a door closes, another one opens, they say, right? So, yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.